What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Hope everybody had a good Wednesday, or is having a good Wednesday. Having a little bit of technical difficulties, which is the reason for the slight delay in start here. The program that I use to combine chats is, well, it's not really their fault. I guess Twitch's services are being a bit slow and it can't get logged in to access the Twitch chat, so I've got some stuff like oddly configured, and now I have to have separate chat windows, so it is what it is. We'll have to make do. Hopefully things get resolved so that it all shows up in the same place and we can go back to living a life of convenience and ease, you know? That would be most ideal. But we've got Plat round 3 on the docket for this evening, and yeah, we've had two staunchly different rounds. Like, so different. But ultimately, it's put us in a pretty good spot, so we're gonna roll with it, and hopefully we can find something closer to round 2 from here on out. That would be absolutely ideal, because if we can do that, then we're gonna be scoring pretty well relative to the pack. I don't think that we'd finish high enough to remove a demo mark, and honestly, we can remove the last demo mark next week with the major, just by making the cut. Now the big hope is, yesterday we had tempo issues in warm-ups. We were good for like most of round 2, but the hiccups did start to come back towards the end. So obviously the hope is that we can reel that back in, fix things up a little bit, and just have good inputs through and through. Right now we're a little bit off, so just trying to figure out what to key off of. Because right now it feels like, I don't know if it's my... I don't know if it's the percentage back that I'm pulling or what, but I've definitely been like on the short side. Like I've underhit a lot. Underhit with fast, which is basically this shot right here. If we can get rock and rolling, I mean, what we've basically been able to prove to ourselves in recent history is when we are swinging the club, we are like swinging the club well. We are doing really good things in terms of approach. I understand that, you know, there's kind of two big facets to the game. There's game knowledge, and then there's execution. And I suppose game knowledge is the easier one to acquire in a more general sense. There we go. That's more like it. That's scary though, because that felt a heck of a lot faster. I've definitely had ones that have felt less bad that have been more fast. Like, even that one right there is a good example of it. Tempo, tempo, tempo. It's an interesting thing. I mean, I don't know if... I wonder if in the game doing pause drills would be, I wonder if pause drills would work the same as real life golf. Maybe. Really force you to sit at the top and understand the swing. %. Why'd I think it was 95? Hold on, is there like some weird... Because I partialed it and then did it? So what if I like... What if I bring my aim... That's as short as it goes. Okay, so let's bring the aim in as short as the 5-iron goes. And then we'll try and overpower. Must be some weird rounding thing for it to get to 94%. Must be 94%. Or 95, yeah, I don't know. Must be some weird rounding. But weird rounding also implies that it would be actually different numbers behind the scenes, right? So, who knows? Maybe there is a slight timing thing. If you hold on just a little bit longer, maybe it degrades just a touch. Alright. We got a few tempos there. Immediately lose it, but you know, that's been the game. Back and forth we go. I don't know what it was. That 8-iron was crisp. The part that I don't fully comprehend is I feel like I'm quick on that downswing. Digging the polo guy? Yeah, my wife, or I don't know if she picked this up recently or if I got it as a... I think my wife picked it up recently. It's pretty comfy. It was like 90 degrees today, and this thing is like very, very light. So I was like, this is a good call. But yeah, I have one other pink one that's like... It's got like slightly darker pink in it, and it's striped and is like a proper like golf shirt. But this is very, very light, so makes nice for golfing or just warm weather in general. Yeah, see, that is still fast. So what's the difference in those two feels? Especially my yeah, like, it's so humid, man. It's so humid. Like, when you have to run air conditioning and stuff in the 70s because it's so humid that just like having your house open, like it just gets to be upper 70s and disgusting. Not fun. Yeah, that's why I always talk about or not always talk about, but that's why whenever like Arizona or something comes up, because I have family that lives out there, there's something special about the desert heat. Like, low humidity goes such a long way. You know. Could I live in Arizona? I mean, theoretically, yes, but like, the crazy thing is I run dry regardless, you know? They also use humidifiers in the house. I mean, you have to. The last time I was in Arizona, I mean, I was so bone dry. I mean, you really, really have to wear, or like cover yourself in lotion or run a humidifier. Eastern Washington summers, it's a dry heat? Really? I guess I didn't realize that the dry heat ran that north. Like, I understand Nevada still having that desert and everything. I guess I didn't realize. For as rainy as Washington gets, right? For as notorious as Seattle is for rain. And I think that's just because you guys are far enough north. But not, you know, it just kind of stays just warm enough. You guys don't get a ton of snow. 75 to 100. I mean, June to September, yeah, 75 to 100. Ours is probably a little bit warmer. Probably a little bit warmer here, but it's the humidity. The humidity sucks. It's just so bad. Cause I'm trying to think. Let me see this real quick. Cause I think it was really bad today, or at least last night when I was looking at it. So right now, it's only 78. It was a high of 88 today. 62% humidity. Last night it was like 95% humidity and it didn't rain. Fortunately, yesterday was only in the 70s, I think, or low 80s. As a fam in DC, so you've experienced it, but only in spurts. Yeah, like, and yeah, so you understand it to a certain extent. Yeah, like, I grew up around Philly. I mean, Philly to Central PA to Maryland to Virginia, it's all very similar. It just basically is varying degrees of like how cold and how much snow it'll get, but the humidity levels are pretty, you know, pretty similar. Firm, and then this is 8, right? Yeah. I think CC has moderate greens. So maybe we could warm up on Elite and then come back to CC. No, these are fast. Did we play on the moderate ones already? Or is the moderate on special events and it's like soft moderate? Yeah. Okay, so maybe what we'll do is play Elite round 1, and then we can get we can get some wind practice, and then we can get some green practice. Yeah, we'll do that. Go to the special event. We might even be able to go back to Elite depending on what round 4 conditions are looking like. Yeah, as we've moved south, it's definitely a lot less in terms of snow. But I will say, I have I have definitely experienced a good amount of snow, at least in Maryland, and then our first year in Virginia, I remember we had a big snow. This past winter, though, was pretty much nothing. I don't really recall there being much of anything for snow this year. And then on top of that, we actually got a bit of a spring this year, which is really nice. The past number of years for us has been like, you get like a couple spring days and then very, very quickly did it like spike up into summer weather, maybe back in day, and then like you were just, it was super short summer, you'd go, or super short winter or spring, you'd go like winter, spring day, winter, summer, and then summer was here. And it's just immediately hot and humid. This year we've actually had a few weeks now. Where like we get the occasional day that spikes up into the 80s. But we've honestly had quite a bit of like 60s and 70s, and it's been very nice. Fall, summer, then a second winter before spring. Yeah, like, yeah, I get that. Not so much to like full second winter, but yeah, like it would get a little bit warmer, then it would drop back down to like the 40s or something as a high. And then, you know, 40s, 50s, and then like a couple days later it'd be 85 degrees, 90 degrees, and you're like, this is hot. Where's the like nice comfy weather? Yeah, you went from having the heat on to having the AC on. There was no like, oh, let's open up the windows of the house and let it cool. Those fasts do be fastin'. Nice. I thought it was gonna go low. I just always assume that those are gonna have enough break. 234? Get a little bit of carry. I don't think you get here, but I wonder if you land on this, that'll take you back, because hybrid is going to be too much carry. Even with the loft, I don't know. So let's try the 4-iron. Get this thing to just bound down there. Oh, that landing on the green was probably the worst thing that could have happened. And not like the worst thing in like a bad way. I mean, we're 36 feet away, so it's not what you want. But I just didn't hit it quite hard enough. If you hit that right on the edge, which that goes to show, if I had played hybrid, I would have been definitely long, because that carried even further than I anticipated. But if I landed on the fairway, it would have taken a bigger kick and had less spin, which would have been really, really good for what we're trying to do there. Alright, so again, we find ourselves in this weird in-between. Although I guess with this, you probably land close to pin high, and I just have to let it run out. Wow, so even with the slow, it's that far left. Had good distance, but now I have a crap shoot of a putt. Okay. That's good to know. I didn't realize it was gonna be quite that bad, but that's also just pretty dumb on my part to not see that coming. Kind of figured that was gonna be too much pace. I'm a little bit surprised. That feels like it rolled pretty straight all the way through there. Now that could have just been a product of the amount of speed that it carried. So they tempt us again with the drivable par 4. And I am dumb enough to go for it. So let's see. Really didn't want to hit that there. Couple yards further, not on that upslope. Do it. Do it. I feel like I can only ever think of it's a Kermit meme, right? The Emperor Palpatine. Can only ever think of that meme now. It's, at least to me, has pretty much become synonymous with it. Yeah, the hooded Kermit. It's due for a revival. What's the context of that? Was there some sort of like official Star Wars Kermit thing, or what exactly? What exactly is that image from? Is that gonna go all the way through now? Ooh. Someone made it trend on TikTok. Oh, really? TikTok is one thing that I do not participate in at all. I don't know how I came to know that meme. I guess probably just from use on like Twitter or something. Probably Twitter, because Twitter is definitely my intake point for a lot of pop culture stuff. I get my information from like Twitter and the suggested articles on Chrome. Those are my like main intake points. That or like the if we're talking sports, it's in my ESPN app or the Chrome articles. So for D1 teams, told your boss that you would never do TikTok. Well, if the TikTok ban goes through, then maybe you look like a smart guy. I don't know. I'll consume the occasional YouTube short. But I don't know. I guess I've been pretty good about not being too much of a doom scroller. Which I know is the trend, or maybe not even trend, but that's just the tendency of a lot of people. You're a doom scroller, you get caught up in it. I mean, it's easy. My wife definitely has that tendency. Instagram Reels, I would say, are her kryptonite. How does that not break? That being said, I would say it's not that there's not good content in there. There's just so much of it. You know, like, she shows me a bunch of funny stuff that I enjoy, but you know, the amount of content she sifts through to show me a few things. Very similar personalities. Anyone still Wikipedia chain? What's going on, Matt? What do you mean Wikipedia chain? Like, you would just follow links on Wikipedia articles? I do that every once in a while. My Wikipedia chaining ends up being for music. That's the big thing for me, is I'll look up a band and then, like, follow the chain of maybe album, like, discography or member list, you know, or, you know, yeah, following, like, band members. I think the most recent two for me, I think I looked up today, Queens of the Stone Age, because I found out that Dave Grohl was drummer of Queens of the Stone Age for an album. He's in there for like 2 years. And then the one before that was Dave Mustaine. I was looking up stuff with Metallica, and then saw stuff with Megadeth and all of that. So yeah, that's typically the Wikipedia chaining that I'll go through. So that downhill I lost a lot of yardage. Okay, interesting. IMDb and noticing things on IMDb that are wrong? What's... Are you finding lots of inaccuracies with IMDb? Should I be concerned about this? Because I tend to trust IMDb. When IMDb is accurate is what I should be concerned. Okay, so like, he's a mod on IMDb actually. So I guess what sorts of things are typically inaccurate? Because I pretty much use IMDb for what streaming platform is it on and what people are in it. That's typically, and maybe runtime. Those are like my normal IMDb lookups. Trivia section is not fact checked. Well, okay, yeah, I buy that. I buy that. That's not what I use it for, but I do believe you saying that. I can 100% understand the trivia section being inaccurate. Although, you know what annoyed me? The other day I was trying to look stuff up because there are a couple things now. So we've been watching through the Mission Impossible movies. We have some other movies on our list. And we're getting to the point where there are things that are only on Paramount. Not a lot of them, but there are some things that they have that are on Pluto, which is their free service with ads that are not, they're available there, but IMDb does not have the option to filter by movies on Pluto, which made me sad. I'm like, I want to see top movies. I don't want like Pluto's filtered thing. Like, I just want to see like historically popular movies that are on Pluto to see what's available. So that was a little bit annoying. .103, but we slowed it. You rotate subscriptions? You keep like 2 to 3 subs for 3 to 4 months, then rotate to other services? It's not a bad way to do it. It's really not a bad way to do it. We have Disney Plus, and we have Peacock. But Peacock, that one we get a surprisingly high amount of use out of. We also have Prime, but Prime is kind of like, you just get it for free. Just having your Prime sub. Hulu and Netflix are ones that we, like, bum off of people, like, bum off of family, but those are getting harder and harder to maintain, and that's where the problem starts to lie, is, like, I don't want to be paying for too many subscriptions, especially because, like, I stream during the week. I stream 4 nights a week. So it's like, they're like 3 nights a week, because we're not watching stuff really during the day while my son is awake. My wife might have some things on here and there, but as far as like how much I'm consuming is very, very minimal. I hit that fast. How's it going, Doctor? Luis, welcome back. You watch all your anime on very, very legally with the subscription you totally pay for? Just a good American citizen. Doctor, I would expect nothing less. We keep putting these so close, but they keep not going in. Cable became cheaper than the online subscription crisis. Yeah, like, kind of crazy, right? And the thing is with cable, like, you can get, like, I feel like the one thing that people forget about, like, cable services, you also have on demand. Wait until the kid watches Bruno 6 times every day for 2 years? We don't talk about Bruno. Right? Isn't that the whole thing? Oh, that might actually be good. Imagine that. No, it's what? We don't talk about Bruno was from... The movie is not Bruno. What's the name of that Disney movie called? Encanto, right? Bruno, the Sacha Baron Cohen movie. Bruno. Yeah, that would be like the type of movie that your kid would have to sneak to be watching at that age. Just barely under hit it. Yeah, so Dr. Twitch's APIs are erroring out. Twitch's APIs are not logging stuff in. So I can try and reconnect. Let me see if I can log stuff in here, because I was running into some things, but we can try and make it work. It's been like 45 minutes, so we can try again. It doesn't want to cooperate? Well, we'll see. Okay, so those logged in, try again. Invalid OAuth token. Well, it said we're good, so... Well, okay, Guy, before you go debating, maybe try using the right command? Lols. Get wrecked. You gotta actually put numbers after the heist. Just debating yourself. Lamoa. Oh man, it's been a while since a good Lamoa. Okay. Experiencing degraded performance. Let me reconnect Twitch. Is this gonna work now? Because my other bots were able to log in, so why is this one not? Because it says success. You may now close this window. But then as far as the actual streaming service connecting, it's not happening. The Gamba continues? It's got it, right? You're never getting away from 300,000. Just gonna keep gambling and keeping it right around there. All right, we'll see if that connects, because then I can not have to have two bots running or two chats running for Twitch and YouTube. Speaking of the YouTube, if you also enjoyed Miss Putts, consider liking the stream. That's a great selling point. It's really, really good. What's going on, TFR? Can you also start a heist on YouTube? Let me check. I'm fairly certain. Mini games. Yes, you can. But also that means you would have to be watching on YouTube to acquire currency to gamble. But yes, you should be able to heist on YouTube. Think the bot's bugged? Yeah, let me fix it real quick. Might want to roll back. Users, let me see here. So currency. First off, Guy, thank you for checking out the YouTube stream. Welcome. Yeah, you have to be there long enough to accrue points, but once you do accrue points, you can heist away. Imposter. Sup, golf nerds? Wow, just coming over to insult. JK, we're all golf nerds. It's not really an insult. I thought that ball was gonna move back a little bit. Resident D-Gen lurker troll? Is that what we're identifying ourselves as these days? Is that what we feel our role is in this ecosystem? I tell you what though, I've been taking for granted the combined chat. I've been taking it for granted because the dissociated chat right now is very hard to keep track of, which makes sense. Like, your eyes have to look in multiple different places and honestly not really trained to do so. YouTube. So like I have a separate window open. Oh, I see what you're doing now. Never mind. Can't believe I gave an honest answer to such a degen lurker troll. Guy comes in from under the bridge. Absurd. What is the guy doing guy things doing? He's doing guy things again. This guy just keeps doing guy things. It's crazy, I know. It's very unexpected, though. Oh, now you're doing just things? Not guy things? You're just doing things? You're gonna need to rebrand. A guy doing things. I don't know, I do stuff. Yeah, the interesting thing, YouTube, I think we have to get to I think we have to get to 1K subs for me to unlock emotes. Which we've been slowly growing. I would say, because of the way that we do content and stuff, that the live streams have been a positive in terms of subscriber numbers. But like, as far as, we don't put out, because the videos that we put out are not subscriber growers. Subscriber growth comes from, outside of the live stream, subscriber growth comes from shorts and that one tutorial video that we did. Because you know what, here's something pretty cool. So the tutorial video that we put out in September, when PGA Tour 2K23 came to, what's it called? When it came to PS Plus, that video now has 32.6 thousand views, and it has crested 2 more subscribers today to hit 101 subs on one video. Considering I have 657 subs, that's pretty big time. That is pretty big time for us. So what I'm obviously hoping for is, when the new game drops, I think we're gonna just have to take advantage of the tutorialized content. I think that's one thing we're definitely gonna have to make use of. I think it's tough because there's probably some other videos that I'd like to do. It's just time. So it's picking and choosing, and so what I'm trying to do now with the live streams, as opposed to just uploading every TGC round and having it be, a 45-minute round like we stream, which I think is good live content. I just don't think it's ever quite translated as well for me. That's not gonna bound forward enough, I don't think. Then just clip out all the loading, so it's like 10 minutes of straight hitting. So what I'm doing, guy, so I local record everything, so that way I don't have to re-download it. So whenever I start a round, I'll record it. I can always go back and pull, clips off of Twitch. But yeah, so what the plan is we'll have the 4 streams, and then like somewhere, hopefully Friday, hopefully I can get it done Thursday after stream, is I'm pretty much clipping all of the bogeys and birdies, and then maybe I'll have to cut out a few birdies. I've got some other ideas with stuff, so little sneak preview for Concept, the video that's coming this week. Sections of course flyover with a little bit of a monologued intro into the 4 rounds of golf. And then hopefully have a 4-round thing that's I want to say 25 minutes, give or take. I gotta keep it on. I feel like I gotta keep it under that 30-minute threshold. I think closer to 25 minutes is probably better, just as far as adopt, because it's so, the hardest thing I think that I have as a barrier to entry of people clicking on the video is do I really want to check out this guy's 45-minute golf round? But if I can do a the hope is that a tournament in a bite-sized shot. Now, obviously, you're gonna lose a lot of the commentary that I put. That I talk a lot. But that's what the live streams are for, or the VODs of the live streams. If you want to go watch the full things. My fear with putting out like the 4 individual rounds published separately from the live and the video at the end is that then the video at the end isn't gonna really have much retraction. So I think I'm just gonna, for the time being, we're gonna go 4 live streams and then the 1 video at the end of the week, and then maybe do more shorts during the week. Maybe do like 2-3 shorts during the week. 15-minute plat rounds are the way to go. Hashtag Sebway. Ah, yes, the Sebway. Never forget. Never forget. Hades 2 better than 1? About the same, little worse? I can't give it like a... I mean, I would say it's about as good. There's still definitely a lot of learning. I'm still using the first weapon. They've definitely changed some other mechanics. I don't think it's gotten worse. I mean, if it is worse, it's still good. Like, I'm still enjoying it, and I'm still looking forward to diving back down into it. I feel like I'm worse at it, but I think that's just a product of time spent, because it's the same thing with Hades 1, like, you get a lot of stuff that aids you. Right, as you upgrade the mirror and get different weapons and things like that. Would be worthwhile even if you don't play it for a while? Was that round really that hard? I'm here tied with the leaders for that round individually, and I didn't think I played that well. Okay. I guess that round was playing very difficult. I had a pleasant surprise. I would say if you're not gonna play it for a while, I mean, you can always wait to buy it until you're going to play it. Just in the sense of if it does ever have some sort of sale. Now, I don't know if maybe they would run a small sale at some point during early access. I'm curious to be in on early access from the start because I want to play it, and then like when there are big changes, be able to come back to it and like experience, you know, have the experience of what it was versus what it is now, and like be able to actually know, like, and compare. Shorter videos that ease people in are good. Yeah, that's the idea, right? That's definitely the concept. You know, the question obviously remains of how well is it going to actually ease people in or like draw the attention of. Yeah, that's always the big question. It's tough because golf is or virtual golf, I feel like, is a small niche to begin with. And then you have TGC Tours, which has a very dedicated fan base to it, I feel like. But which is also, you know, very niche and small. So gotta try to appeal to the broader audience. That still cuts over that far to the right. Dang. Gotta still find, you know, that way to appeal to the masses. Or to the people that are maybe just for golf. So I'm hoping that the tournament video is a way to get it, and like having maybe a slightly nicer intro that's semi-course overview-ish It's not quite, though. Because I've considered doing stuff that are like course flyovers, but a course flyover video would still be like a full 5-minute thing, and I don't want to do like a 5-minute intro. Opinions on course design? No, it's more like a setup to like, I don't know, the description of the location, maybe a little bit of context around the tournament, those sorts of things. Just kind of try and set the stage for the tournament. And the course. A little fast. Oh, wow, that came up short. That lie was a lot. All right. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'll have to. The hardest part, I think, at this stage of the process is, you know, getting feedback, like getting actual feedback that's usable and being able to apply it. Because that's the hard thing to gauge, is like, you know, what is enjoyed, what is not enjoyed. You know, obviously there will probably be some, as I get familiar with the process that I like to make, you know, it'll start to have some stuff where I know, okay, I can put some maybe added bits of humor and, you know, that different stuff in. Trying to experiment maybe with like a little bit of, you know, have a little bit of dynamics in it. You know, obviously there's splicing and things, but there's definitely value in camera shifts and stuff to keep it, even if the background is maybe the same. You know, so trying to learn a little bit about editing. The problem is I'm just so slow going through it. Like, you're 4 rounds, you're going through 3 hours worth of content, and then, man, these are tiny fairways. Soft, but it might still kick hard enough. I slowed it. That's gonna be bad. Maybe not? Wow, alright. Just on the verge, though. You know, it's the type of thing, like, if you had an editor, I do wonder, like, if you had an editor, like, how good would it end up being? Like, would it be successful? Now, the problem is the views would never justify the expenditure. I don't think, at least. Or I don't have the knowledge because I haven't ever made that spend, and I don't want to say never will, but probably never will. My hiring? I don't think charity work is really hiring per se. I also don't know that that's coming back enough. Yeah, I thought that was the case, but I also didn't really want to put it all the way. Yeah, the thing is, like, I'm cheap. That's also a very real part of all of it. I am definitely a bit stingy when it comes to actually spending. I think you also have to see a clear path to value add, and I'm not one to spend money and like not ever see a return on it. But I would be fairly willing to bet that like everyone that has an editor, you start and you create the success first and then you hire. There are probably very few, I'm sure it happens from time to time, don't get me wrong, but there are probably very few who are spending up front and then just saying like, we'll eventually make money on this thing. I mean, I guess if you have a lot of money and you're willing to go that route, you can. I hit it fast. Distance wasn't too bad. That's a really nice kick. Thought I was gonna be too high up. Or too far left, actually, I think is the bigger concern there. Alright, we're finding scores here so far. Very tight track, though. Very tight track. Yeah, I mean, YouTube overall, it's been, I would say, a largely enjoyable experience. I mean, obviously, there's always the part of me, and you guys very much know this at this point, like, I like to succeed at whatever I do. I'm not... not too big of a, you know, complacency guy, I guess. Ah, it did break enough. So, like, obviously, you know, when I want to do well at YouTube, even if I'm not that great at it, which I know is a little bit conflicting. Do you just send this down here? Try and get it in that bunker? I don't know. I think this is the play. Give yourself a greenside bunker and... That's pretty good. Came out a bit further right, but gives you the up and down for birdie. One additional suggestions for after golf content? Suggest God of War again. God of War is definitely one of those games, Doctor, that I have held on to in the back of my mind for a long time, so I've definitely never written it off. I have avoided spoilers since launch for both games. Left it a little bit to the right. So yeah, I would say there's definitely still a chance. Now, the question is always when. You know, it's finding that opportunity that makes the most sense. But it's certainly there in the, like, if we find ourselves in need of a game. I think I held on to the power a little long. See the being difficult to stream part-time. Yeah, like, I feel like now obviously there's no realism in this and no possibility of it, but I think that the ideal scenario would be outside of being a full-time streamer, which is first off unrealistic, second off it's not like it's not ever been a goal of mine. If I had like two hours for golf and 2 hours for another game, I feel like 2 hours would be maybe a reasonable amount of time. Hey, what's going on, Busey? Yeah, we have a little bit less than that. I feel like 2 hours you could get a little bit of work done. But I would also need like extra stream time. Like extra days of the week. But alas, this is not my full-time job. I have a family. I have all of the excuses in my back pocket. Why does this feel just a little bit more? I was definitely right about it being low. They really make me want to go for it. They really make me want to go for it there. I'll concede. I'll lay up. We'll take the pitch. Jamming to the Hades title music. Repeat everything that I said. Yeah, sure thing. Just for you. Proud of you, though. You're playing Hades. Proud of you. What's up, Nari? If Hades boss fights were golf courses, what would their par numbers be? That's an interesting question. All right, how do we design it? A single boss would be a course? Or would it be like the rooms are holes and the boss is like a par 8 or 9, and then, you know, but you have like Hades or something who's a par 11. You know, mini bosses maybe being par 5s. Giving you course ideas, although you abandoned that project after 7 holes. What are you gonna do? Now you can do a whole Hades themed course map in honor of Hades 2. You should have more than 300,000. But it's also been 30 minutes since. Yeah, I think that even though it generated the token, Doctor, I'm looking at it and my bot doesn't have the badges loaded properly. The viewer list is empty. So I think even though it loaded enough information to access things inside of the bot and like sync it up, I don't think it's paying any viewing time points out. Because it doesn't know. Give you your original heist points back? No. No, see, the thing is, you could have still won. You still could have won points. You just haven't been able to accumulate in the meantime. So I don't think there's any refunds due. Hey, what's going on, Skawas? How's the new game versus the first Hades? I think it's quite good so far. It feels very similar in terms of like they've changed a bunch of mechanics, but there's still a lot of familiarity. I'm still getting used to stuff. I can't say if it's like better or worse, but it's, in my opinion, still a good time and still worth it. If that's any worthwhile description of it. That's fast. Just the distance is the biggest thing for me there. Go play Hades now? Seeing like 20 minutes when you died to Meg since you haven't played over a month. Alright, Doctor, good luck. Take care of business. Let me know that you actually died in Elysium or something. Go on a run. These people are creeping on you? Where are we at, Nari? Oh, you are number 5. Well, I will say that you should be safe from Vike. Mr. Viking Baroda, I have not seen him in years. Believe busy with IRL. And also time slot. But yeah, last seen May 25th, 2022. So you're good on that spot. But yeah, Kara, Map, Doctor, Woody all creeping up. Although I changed time slots, so Woody probably isn't racking up as much. Playing on PC using a controller? Yes. And it is early access right now, so it's only available on PC at the moment. It'll come to console. Oh, don't speak through your swing. It'll come to console for the full launch, which is probably next year. Safe from Dr. KC to break away from 300K. Yeah, it's kind of crazy to think if you probably never gambled and just watched, probably would have broken away from it. I thought about the 4-iron, but I was so scared about high rolling out the back, so. Where do I have to go with this? I think I gotta aim. I don't really want to aim short, so we'll aim to go just beyond the hole and try and like stick it from there. This ought to be interesting. Hit it big, fast. That's good control. 2 months ago when you were at 320K because you had stopped hype, yeah. And you've had some wins here and there, but there have been just enough on the setbacks. There have been just enough on the setbacks to keep you right at that 300K mark. You know, I think this is the type of shot that comes up short. Doesn't roll enough, but I can't really go with the hybrid here. So I just have to take whatever distance this 4-iron gives. I tried to overpower it a little bit. I did get 101, which for me is an overpower. Realistically, 102, 103 probably would have been good. But this works. Somehow almost rolled it off the green though, which was definitely not in my list of possibilities. For you never hit up a casino? Yeah, like why not get your gambling fix in a place where it's fake money and it screws you half the time? Yeah, the thing is you get the taste of losing half the battle when you go to the casino, unless you're playing a skill game like poker that you're good at, and even then the odds of the slot machine, let me tell you this much, are not 50-50. You know, maybe if you play red or black on roulette, then it's 50-50. Hey, what's up, Shakar? Yeah, if only this were the Plat round. That's the one we gotta play well in. But yeah, we're doing pretty well as far as the qualifying event goes. Yeah, I'm looking at these scores. Andrew hit that one. That's gonna be, yeah, that's not good. Car jinxed it. Hey, what's up, Shotzi? I'm confirmed to slot machine software. Definitely not. Definitely not. The house always wins? Ah, yeah, true. Yeah, Yeah, the big thing is just don't gamble. But I know gambling is definitely a thing that is enjoyed by a lot of people, whether it be via casino or sports betting is like the super popular thing, especially being around sports stuff. You know, obviously we play a sports game. Yeah, there's definitely a big sports betting, not obsession, but there's definitely a lot of interest in it. Now we're hitting the big fast right at the end of the round here. That's such a tight shot. Who's the next TGC Tours bookie? Plenty of data for an odds market. And then you have somebody keeping track of, like, you have prop bets on like how many people don't finish. The problem is though, Shotzi, you'd have to ban the TGC players from participating, which then, like, who's left? Because there are very few people that consume TGC Tours content that don't play in TGC Tours. There are some, but there are not many. Oh boy. Can't bet on your own tour? Yeah, but I feel like there's still... You'd still run the risk of... I mean, that's definitely the first option. I feel like you still run the risk of, like... I don't know. You could have somebody from another tour make a bet for you and then pay you for throwing, you know, like, oh, you put a prop bet on withdrawals, right? I slowed that. You put a prop bet on, like, how many withdrawals in Plat. Well, somebody that knows they're gonna break that over could withdraw and then, like, have somebody on other tour. But I guess you kind of always have that risk. It's just a matter of, like, how do you monitor? Or maybe you just kind of find out about it over time. The same way that teams find out about their players making bets or different things. Didn't do well in statistics, so you're not gonna make it. Man, I have like such bad memories of statistics. Because I didn't take, we had an AP stat course in high school that I didn't take. Oh, it didn't break back. And then we had a stat class in college that was like just a basic, like you had some like sophomore level statistics class. That wasn't a prereq for anything, but my major had to take 2 statistics classes to get its degree. So I ended up you had 2 300 level ones, so junior level, or 2 400 level ones, senior level. The junior level ones fill in quick because people we're just getting it for our degree because it's a requirement. I ran into the super fun issue of having to take the 400 ones due to scheduling. So my first ever statistics class had a prereq of, I think, Calc 2? Introduction to Introduction to Probability Theory? I'm like, my first ever statistics class is probability theory? The second class was like applied probability, which to me was easier than probability theory because the second one was actually like doing more probability things as opposed to calculating different things with curves, and I was like, I am in over my head. I'm gonna talk about a class that I scraped by in. Probably averaged like a D on the exams. But I looked up every answer to my homeworks, so I had like a 98 or 100% on my homework, which is only like 10% of my grade, but that 10% was like near perfect. It was enough to boost my grade up like a whole letter. I took that C and I ran. Now, mind you, like high school, I was a near 4.0 student. So that was like one of the rude awakening classes in college. I had a few. I mean, I started college with like a 2.4. I think my first semester GPA was 2.46. Coming off of like a almost 4.0 for high school, that was a smack in the face. Tough classes. Yeah. You actually have to try in college, it turns out. Funny how that works. All right. Time for the Platinum Tour. So we're back at Bentleigh Downs. No surprise to anybody. But yeah, so we've got 6 under and 12 under for the first 2 rounds. So we're averaging 9 under a round. I think 9 under per round is probably going to do fairly well in this tournament overall. Obviously, if we can lean into round 2 and what we did there, then that would be perfect. Well, we'll see what we can do. Conditions for round 3, we are moving back a tee box, so course is getting a little bit longer here. We've got high winds out of the west. Fairways are firm, greens are firm, and greens are moderate. So winds, I think, kick back up a little bit. There's somewhere, I forget if they were medium or not. Either way, greens have slowed down just a little bit yet again. So the greens have come down a little. I think they get faster for round 4, but we're going to try and enjoy moderates. Make the most of them while we can. But again, we've got to be on tempo. That is the name of the game with this course. So we get a slight cutting wind. This is actually a really tough ask because this is coming in here. I don't want to end up in those bunkers. Try and get this to sit. All right, a little bit fast, but I actually think fast is the safer miss. This is firm though, so it could be bunker bound. Okay, get lucky. Get lucky. We're a far way away. It's not going to be easy in terms of distance. Like, that's the downside of the fast. Oh, we are not in a good spot club-wise. I have to go hybrid because I'm like pin high without even taking wind into consideration here. Okay. So 232. Got like a 10-mile-an-hour wind here. It's high winds. 219. Gonna have to play a little bit of loft on it trying to find something to sit on the green, but I don't know how much sitting we're going to be doing. Okay, not terrible. All things considered, not terrible. There's a lot of break on it. Four down. I think all of the break really comes right in this early part. Okay, so it's been a journey, but the first hole has gone bogey, par, now we strike a birdie on the card. So all that's left is we're gonna hole out for eagle on round 4. Or we're gonna hit a double bogey, but I'm leaning into the less strokes each round. I don't really want to change that, but yeah, we'll take birdie. I'll accept that again tomorrow. All right, but let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. We got plenty of holes left in this round. So when crossing over, this is so mean. This is so mean. How do you sit this shot? Firm fairways that are 134 green. How do you... What does the designer want from you? That's my question. Like, and I'm not trying to be whatever about it. I genuinely don't know. I genuinely don't know what you're supposed to hit here. I'm gonna try and... You can ask, we're on a design team right now, Matt. Yeah, that'd be some really nice info. That'd be some really nice info. I'd be very pleased to understand. All right, well, wish me luck. I mean, actually fairly hit our tempo, so now it's just a matter of, does it bite? All right, so like now the whole question of what are we supposed to do, I feel like we answered that. That's disgusting. But genuinely didn't expect it to sit like that. I'm thinking firm fairway with a 5-iron. Now, we played full backspin and some loft and a baby cut. But that sat way softer than I ever anticipated. Holy cow, what a shot. That has to be so far the shot of the tournament. I don't think we've hit a better approach shot than that. Especially considering hole 2, I think on both rounds I missed out into the rough on the right-hand side. I don't want to try and stretch the sand wedge, or the lob wedge. Maybe I do. Because I'm just thinking if we try and go up a club, now all of a sudden I'm trying to get the loft right, and putting the loft brings spin into play. I know that this becomes a little bit more on the dangerous side. But I think it's... I hit it fast, so we're safe. We're not hitting it in the bunker. Yeah. There's all sorts of stuff going on in the brain there of like, I'm making sure that I don't hit 99%, and yeah, I kind of foresaw that happening. I don't know how to have maybe gotten ourselves into a better mental place for that one. Wait. I'm putting a lot of faith. Now, I did overhit that just a touch, but you're putting a lot of faith into 134 greens there. Like, there's a lot of faith that goes into that. Alright, so unable to execute. But that's always a mental tee shot. So we should be able to just carry this over. Okay, we got through the tree. I think it made the tree sound, but it doesn't look like it actually knocked it down at all. So that's an aggressive line. Now, what I don't know is how much this pitching wedge is going to roll out. But I think with it being 134s and uphill, I can probably get away with it. Just like a stock. I'm gonna just try and act like that was what we meant to do. But a birdie is a birdie. A birdie is a birdie. Alright, we got front hole location here. About 12 to 13 in the face. It's gonna play more like 15, 16. So 9-iron should be all over it. Actually, I think it'll probably play a little bit more by the time all was said and done. That is all over it. All right, solid start. 4 under through 5. Just got to keep that intensity up for the entire round, right? That's always the big thing. As long as this finds fairway, I mean, that's always priority number 1. Should be on the ground long enough to stop. That's tough, though, because everything feeds that way. Now, biggest thing for me here, this is going to easily come up on the shorter end. We might get a big bounce. Can maybe use that backstop. The biggest thing, though, for me is making sure that I play this out left enough, because this is so far below the feet, and we have so much wind. It's like I'm playing this very far left. I do tend to under-aim these, so we'll see how this goes. I hit it fast. But I think we were on the right line, because if you look at this here, the fast actually puts us just we're left. You know, not one of those ones where we're fast and, you know, the fast puts us at the hole or just to the right of it or anything of that nature. Alright, so we're on fairly flat ground. We're gonna lose a little bit from the loft, but it should bounce and release a touch. Come on. First eagle of the tournament? Get in there. I feel like I'm gonna have to hit a bullet drive. Bunker's in play here, and if we lay it back, we're gonna be too short. So I'm gonna run a little bit of a stinger. Say, it looked like it could kick pretty far left, but this is the way that I see the easiest path to getting as much yardage as possible. But like 232 yards in on a second shot for a par 4. It's like you snag eagle on a par 5 and then immediately are met with such a long par 4 on the next. And the tough thing, actually, hold on here. If I full back spin, I think I can snag the distance we need with the full back spin. This is gonna turn over a lot right to left. Especially when you put the fast on it like that. Oh, this is bad. This is really, really bad. I knew it was turning. I knew we would get it going left, but I hit it fast, and that just makes it even worse. Okay, so we're gonna have to partial flop. That might be too early and get too much speed. Yeah, I mean, essentially, I needed to flight that over there a little bit. It's a fairly straight uphill putt, so there might be a way for us to get out of this with no damage done. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate, but we hit the bad shot. We hit the fast there when we couldn't afford to. And even so, I think that lie played just more. Okay, this is mean. This is... Wow, okay. So after a mistake, you run into just a gut punch hole. Got it. Got it. So if, I don't know, if you were just theoretically one to sit this down in here, how would you go about it? You're losing 3 yards, you're gaining it back, so you put just like a touch on, and then I think you full backspin? It's slightly uphill. But I mean, essentially, I'm just letting this drift so far to the right with this wind here. I hit it baby fast. That's just gonna completely kill it. Yeah, that's not an often found green in regulation, and I think this hole is mostly just a par hole and really all about avoiding the bogey troubles. I'm gonna aim just a touch to the right because there's a little bit more green to work with from here. Gonna get a little bit more skip. All right, let's save this. I almost did the unthinkable. Oh. Almost managed to do the unthinkable there and somehow find a birdie on that hole. All right, come on. Let's snag another score here. Get about 13 coming across. Uphill, slightly in. I think this is honestly mostly about spin control because I think the wind is going to do most of the work for us. If this settles, we should have a decent uphill chance. Like, I know we're a little bit below the hole, but honestly, below the hole, even at a slight distance.
New button.
Trying to make sure we give enough to that. Come on. 6 under going out with the bogey. That is a heck of a start. Also, Guy, get in there, man. 51 months. Thank you very, very much for choosing to use your Prime sub over here. Greatly appreciate it. Hope you continue to enjoy your faces. Thank you, thank you, thank you. 51 months, holy. I yanked it a little fast. Come on, fairway, be kind to me. I don't know that it's going to be, though. Yeah. Always enjoy it. Also, Busey, get in there. Redeeming over 9,000 channel points. Just like that. Love it. This was gettable too. All right, it doesn't mean that it's impossible, but man, does this kill it. Hit it fast again. Probably right back into this bunker because there's no way to stop it. Yeah. 6 Aphrodite chambers in a row, which is great and all, but you kind of want other chambers too. some of Aphrodite's stuff is kind of nice, but yeah, it's super defensive, which is definitely less so my cup of tea. Finally get one out of the sand. We're in the sand so much. Finally able to get one. Not the prettiest hole, but it's a 3 on the scorecard. I think if we loft this up, that's gonna be the play. I think loft is gonna get us where we want to be. Decent line, little bit right. Oh no, that still rolls. Wow. All right. You know what? I think if we were more to the left on that shot, that would have stopped around, you know, back here. But you know what? Why not? Let's go back to back. Let's go back to back on this. No. Almost. Almost pulled it off. That would have been too good. That would have been too good. I think that's just flirting with danger a little bit too much. Take 3 wood off the tee. One of those has to drop. Well, it did drop on the hole before, Shotzi. We almost went back-to-back splash-ins. $120. We're not gonna get 10 out of it. I don't want to play too much loft though. The 99% was not helpful. But also, I clearly underread that. 5 yards uphill and a touch of loft, and that just didn't... Yeah. Didn't go. I mean, I guess we would have gotten a bigger bounce had we landed further up, so there's that factor. I don't know what it is, but moderates Moderate greens always seem to be kinder to me than most other green speeds. Alright, we got drivable par 4 again. I think being in that back right is probably okay. More than likely, I think you would have to land it somewhere back here. Almost like right into this lip to even have a chance of holding it. So slight headwind, slight downhill. I mean, essentially you're trying to just cut it a little bit. Let's see here. Something like this. Alright, I'm okay with 96% power. I'm not okay with 96% power. I was thinking that maybe the slight underhit would be okay. Alright, well, I made a decision. It wasn't the right one. It's alright. I was thinking that the cut wasn't gonna do enough. I didn't trust it. I thought maybe if I hit like 98, 99, which I think I would have been okay with. 96 was too much to take off of it. Alright, so if we land it down in here and get that kick forward. And then what? It's a fairly straight one. Solid up and down. Solid up and down. I don't think that I go for this. It feels like it's gonna end up more likely than not to the right, and then you're trying to hit out of rough into this. That just doesn't seem like good decision to me. Full backspin, 317. You get a little bit extra wind, but you're probably only carrying into the 320s. Which isn't close enough to be like, oh yeah, we would just carry it into this bunker near side. Hey, what's up, Mikey? If we lay this back, you can get a full wedge in. I mean, obviously, still have to hit this gap. We've been striking it pretty well, though, so gotta trust that we're gonna execute. I think if we can play a shaped lob wedge here, that's gonna be... Maybe we're playing shaped sand wedge because this is gonna end up where the wind only plays just a touch. 125, 120. I mean, we're long. It's like pin high, and then it's a matter of how much is the wind gonna play. Can try and do that. The flag stop. And that was the only thing. I thought that the sand wedge with loft was going to sit a little nicer, because if we went with the lob wedge D-loft, that was more the bounce that I thought might happen. So I'm a little bit surprised to see that. Now, is this gonna be a nice break for us? One more. Oh, no, it was right. Gosh darn it. Had it made the adjustment, it didn't pass the eye test to me. I thought maybe we're gonna get just a touch more break at the very end of it, and so went a little bit more. That's a shame. All right. It is what it is. We're gonna have those. Obviously want to be making them, but always tough on the downhill shots for me. All right, that last one had a pretty big kick, even though, I mean, I think it has to do with the wind at the tail. So I would like to think that I can play it a little bit differently with this one and get a softer landing. It's definitely softer, a little bit under hit, which is problematic if we don't make this putt. Man, that's two putts in a row that I feel like those are drop strokes. We hit it in a way that should have been good. I don't trust this, not one bit. Hey, what's up, Elder? Kicking myself for those two. Kicking myself for those two. I think I underhit that last one. Underhit the last one, kind of overhit the one before that. But mistakes happen. That's part of the game. Gotta play through it. Alright, come on, Lob Wedge. That's on a great line. There we go. Makes it a lot easier when I don't have to putt the ball. Really at all. Hey, welcome back, Proof. Making the Twitch rounds? Hope you're doing well, Elder. Good to see you. Hope your Twitch rounds are going well. Getting to see everybody you want to see. I think I have to try and sit the 8-iron. I think I have to try and sit it. Gonna land right around pin highs, so take just a little off and really get some spin in. I hit it fast. That's the same miss that we had earlier. We're gonna have a similar result. Yep. When you're trying to drift the wind that much and you hit it fast, the bunker is very commonplace. bunker is very commonplace. Alright, we're gonna see what we can do though. We're gonna see what we can do. So I wanna land it like here. So it's gonna take the hop and skip. Now we're up and up. Okay. That lie, I think, in the bunker played probably about an extra 2 yards. That barely came out. Alright, one more to go. Par 5. I don't know if we're going to be able to get an eagle, but hopefully at least snag a birdie here would be really, really nice. Yeah, under hitting this, definitely not doing myself any favors. But it's also fairway and regulation, so... Hey, what's going on, Dan? Swing is doing pretty good today. We've had a couple of input mistakes, but we've also hit some very nice shots. Yeah, it's the headwind. This is 240. Full backspin is going to be 250s, 260s. I don't want that. What I think we need to do, though, is go driver off the deck to get it into the near side bunker and then play up and down from there. I think ultimately that's the goal. I'm going to land too short with this 3-wood. 81 to 83%. So 270 is 90%. 240, which would make 255 the 85%. I don't want to shape it too much, but I definitely want to play it into those bunkers on the right hand side. That's the stroke. Is that going to go in the rough, though? It is. Okay. That's just a little bit more difficult. I think at the end of the day, it's still just about getting it up the hill, so... Moves a little bit of both directions here. Yeah, I had this weird feeling that wasn't enough on the power, so I'm glad I slightly overhit it. We can still make this happen. There we go. There we go. So that's 11 under on the round, and that is back-to-back rounds where essentially we're looking at in the upper portions of scoring. The upper portions of scoring. We've got some 12s, some 13s, some 14s, but 11 is not far off that number. Move ourselves up the leaderboard little by little. I think last I looked at the leaderboard at the time of recording, or at least earlier today, we were at 27th overall on the leaderboard. Yeah, we're at T16 on PlayStation. It's probably right around that same number on the overall. Potential to maybe move up a spot or two, shouldn't really be dropping too much. So we've set ourselves up solidly. It's a decent moving day. We're hanging around. Now it's just a matter of what we can do in the next round. So I'm happy with that. I know we had 2 putts in a row that we did throw, but I also know that we pulled off some pretty crazy stuff like that tee shot on the second hole, some other things. So overall was pretty good. There were, you know, a couple of misjudgments on distance, and there were a couple of missed inputs. You know, but overall, to be posting any sort of double digits on this course in these conditions. Now, round 4 I think is going to be quite difficult. I know it's medium winds, but I think it's very firm fast, which is honestly disgusting because some of these holes, like, you're already playing a ton of like spin and loft to try, like you have to almost be maxing everything out. But let's take a look. So green and reg hasn't been a strong suit overall, but we hold 2 out. I think we had a chip in for eagle, and we splashed in 19 putts. You know, so we make 12 of 18 greens. We score on 2 of the ones we don't make the green. Yeah, 2 of 4 medium, 3 of 4 long. So 2 of 4 medium is not great. I do believe those are both of those. Yeah, those were those back-to-back putts that we missed. Another bogey on the card, but we do get an eagle to kind of balance things. So yeah, it's tough sledding out here. The fact that we're 6 under, 12 under, 11 under, and we're T16 on PlayStation, that's huge. Imagine if we actually had a decent round 1. You know, I was very disappointed after the first round, but to be able to come back like that, I'm quite pleased with it. Just got to finish out the tournament strong is really what it boils down to. All right, so a couple matters of business, so to speak. First and foremost, we also are streaming onto YouTube. For those that are unfamiliar with that, that has been, you know, for the past week and a half here, we've been streaming on YouTube. So if you have not subbed to YouTube, I would greatly appreciate it. It goes a long way. Going to be trying to do like a tournament recap video. So streams and then the tournament recap. So YouTube sub would go a long way. If you're watching on YouTube and enjoying the live stream, consider dropping a like on the video, because that's the only way that YouTube knows that you're enjoying it. You know, you can lurk and enjoy a video, but as far as letting YouTube know, just a click of the button would be very much so appreciated. All right, what other things? So we're gonna switch on over to Hades 2 now. If you're only here for the golf, I get it. I do understand. We will be back with more golf tomorrow, 7:30 Eastern. We stream Monday through Thursday, Twitch and YouTube, so that is the place to catch us. But we're gonna keep streaming here for another hour or so. So if you are interested in sticking around for that, we're gonna play some Hades 2. We've made it to the second boss 2 times now. Still trying to get our first win. It's a ton of fun. If you haven't played either of the Hades games, I think Hades 1 is on sale. Hades 2 is just now coming out. Came out on Monday. I've been having a great time with it. Hades is such a good game. All right, let's switch over our games. And we'll load up Hades, and we'll try and find some successes there. The golf's been going well. We may as well try and keep that going. So much stuff to switch over. I'm probably one of the few weirdos that switches off of their nice PlayStation controller. I have my PS5 controller, which is all of like a year and a half old. I still rely on my trusty old Xbox One controller from like 2015, 2014, actually, I think. I don't know, you know what you know, you know what you like. I like the PlayStation controller for its joystick position on the golf swing, but this is home. This is home to me. Which is kind of funny because I started with the PS2 in terms of like joystick related consoles. Alright, you know what? Let's test the Caster Labs bot again, see if Twitch is getting its life in order. I don't think it is. I think Twitch is still bugging out. Try and reauthorize. Oh! Can somebody send a message in Twitch? Can we get any testers? Chat might be fixed, which means I might be able to reload the bot. Which might mean that we're good. All right, hold on. We can let's get some degen gambling going. All right, bot is connected. Client is connected. All right, we'll have to keep an eye, Doctor. We'll have to keep an eye and see if you get some points from your viewage. But it looks like everything is back up and cooperating like it should. It's kind of funny though now looking at it. All right, let's kill that music. Because we're gonna have game audio. Trying to get all my windows back in order because everything is messed up. All right, it remembered game audio. Cool. All right, so you're still at 300k points, but like check back in a few minutes. I know it sucks because like points and it sucks because points and
we are the unseen.
Hours, were not tracked for the first bit of stream, and unfortunately I can't keep track of that for everybody.
Hence I
have to sit here the entire stream every few minutes and check the viewer list and try and fix things. Death to Kronos, what's going on, Pi?
The king of the gods must have his hands full.
Welcome back. Also, Zeus is in this too. Cool.
Olympus, I accept this message.
See if Zeus boons are as good as they were in the last game.
Young ladies, so we meet at last. Emerged from all that gloom to help us settle an old score. If you possess your father's strength, then we have the advantage. Let us strike.
Wish it was console data. Yeah, the early access stuff is just so expensive for the developers because of all the like update publishing requirements. Kronos cheats, uses scripts on PS5. No, he's been banned from PS5. That's why. That's why Hades 2 is not on PS5 because Sony banned Kronos. Nice one, Matt. I should steal that one. Make a famous tweet. Somebody's probably already made it. Don't have Twitter, so go for it. I'll see if I can whip something witty up. Your sprint causes nearby foes to be struck by lightning bolts. Use 3 magic each time. Gradually restore magic, but your total amount is reduced by 70%. Blitz. After taking 120 damage, afflicted foes get struck by lightning. Okay.
Lord Hunkle's Titan killing strength.
Oh, is it like every enemy get... Oh, okay, it's just like inflicting 120 damage in general. Shouldn't... I don't quite follow. I need to check that again. After taking 120 damage, afflicted foes get struck by lightning. Last 3 seconds. It didn't really seem like that did anything, but we will see with time. Like, I see the lightning cloud above. Doesn't feel like they're taking damage. I feel like I'm missing something with that.
For me. My reagent sensing incantation took effect.
Alright, I'm a little bit confuzzled. So far, I don't know if that means they like take more damage to lightning stuff. Oh, okay, there was lightning, but how did that strike? Does it have something to do with like continually dealing damage to them? Okay, that was the first time we saw the lightning strike, and it did 80. Trying to figure out... Do we want both? I think we want Psyche. Beefier enemies will be a good test. Stuck on things? Man, they are so good at, like, getting you pinched. That's what I've realized. See, because, like, so does it have something to do with... I hate you so much. Don't quite follow. It feels like as you keep attacking that because you're like bringing lightning into it with more attacks that electricity can cause After taking 120 damage, afflicted foes get struck by lightning. Lasts 3 seconds. So it's 80 blitz damage, which I get. But it feels like there's a secondary catalyst to that damage getting triggered.
Come on.
Because, like, there was the 80 on top of that. Do you have to backstab them in order for it to trigger?
Done here.
Why does it feel like the trigger is a backstab?
May your light never wane.
I am
Let us
obliged.
together shine this night, O moon.
Now that Artemis has revealed to Olympus what they need to know of you, she had pretext to return to your woods. But your reunion needed to be brief. Once our troubles have subsided, may we Silver Sisters meet together and rejoice. Behold.
Hex makes everything else move slower. Hex makes you rise up, then crash down in the target area for 200 damage. It only needs 80 though, which is kind of nice. The Lunar Ray ended up not being as good as I would like it to be. So I felt like I was stuck.
Wolf Howl.
I feel like that's gonna end up being better. I know it's not a lot of damage. I don't have a ton of money. We'll go with the mini boss and Apollo. Yeah, so far it seems like Blitz
Let's begin.
backstab seems to be it. I hate this mini boss too. No! Freaking stop getting stuck! Oh my gosh. This mini boss can kick rocks. Ay ay ay. I hate that boss with a burning passion.
When you first told me your tale, I figured it was just one of her pranks. Taking on the Titan yourself, come on. But it did sound like something a vengeful child of Hades might attempt.
When you hit them, the status effect goes on them, then you have 3 seconds to do 120 damage to them in order to get the bonus 80 to trigger. Maybe. Maybe that's just the backstab gets it to trigger faster because you're doing a little bit more damage on those. Standing in your cast, restore magic. If you take damage, your foe takes damage and you inflict daze on all foes. I guess this will incentivize us to use the special.
Something there.
Alright, I need health. That mini boss has wrecked me every time. Now we've beaten it twice.
Silk cocoons.
Fish? What?
Arachne?
I'm confused. Oh, the fish is because of that. I guess we have to...
I could make a run for it.
I guess I could. I guess that's all that there is. Alright. I guess it's just a matter of find the thing and then leave. Although I guess there was a touch. There's a tad, you know, bit of money. Yeah, I guess it's deal 120 and then every time you have 120 to deal to get the 80. That must be what it is. I forget what these hands are, so I'm gonna take it again. I know Poseidon's probably a better choice at this point. Okay, so the hands are Arachne. Okay.
Arachne, the outfit you wove for me was so beautiful. I'm sorry to say I got into a bit of a scrape or two, and I'm afraid it didn't survive.
Oh, that's quite all right, silly. It wasn't made to last. What is? It was made to be in the moment with you. Now here, I've plenty more.
Store 2 HP when you exit a location. Store magic. Makes your cast deal more. I'm gonna go the protective way, get extra health.
It's a death cap.
Oh man.
The intricately woven spider silk
We have options.
ensconcing the environs of one gloom-filled recess within Erebus. Rivals in quality, even the weavings of the gods themselves.
We have
Who knows
options.
her stuff?
We can get beefier or we can take a hammer upgrade. We effectively have 75 HP, so
Come back soon.
I'm gonna take this. Alright, that was pretty good. Okay, easy clear. Easy clear. That's what we like to see. Cross catalysm might not be bad. Attack hits twice or attack hit. Ooh. I'm gonna go double wallop because of the Zeus boon that we have. 45. I think we need just a. I forget if we need 40 or more. I don't know. We need plenty of these though. Oh, that double hit is bomb. Stay away! Is that terrible? Do you want to just play like super cheesy? Obviously, if they have projectiles, that's gonna be different, but that's one way to go about it. Stay at a distance and just fire away. Tell my wife if I have options and see how she reacts. No, she'll just laugh at me because I don't have options. She knows full well. She knows full well, and I know full well. Let's make this abundantly clear. We both know full well that if we were not together anymore, that I would be a very single man.
Made it all that way on just a rickety old wooden ferry boat. Must be a litany of fire safety hazards there, although plenty of water near with which to put them out.
Said the same thing with the fire build. Alright. Scorch on the cast. I'm not giving up health. We'd have to give up Heaven Strike, which I think is our good one. Yeah, so I think this is pretty clear cut. We're taking Smolder Ring. Third boss region using that. Nice. Oh, I'm sorry, Charon. I gotta talk to you.
Tainted gold. You'll see that it's disposed of properly, Lord Charon. I long to see that day. I can do this.
There you are.
I'll get him, Headmistress. I swear it. All that you've taught, I'll bring to bear. And no matter the obstacles that stand in the way, Kronos shall fall by my hand.
I require no convincing, Malinois, although perhaps you do. However much I've taught, what's important is you're a capable student.
Charon looks really different in this one. Yeah, Doctor, the art is different, but like his character is different. Consider that a placeholder art? Yeah, I don't know. It seems odd, personally.
I have to be more than that.
The double hit is gonna be really, really good for us. I am liking it immensely. Snipe?
Hold nothing back. Behold.
Not this again. Ah!
The curse of
Every
night.
time. I have yet to avoid the curse. And what, it's like 10 seconds of this crap, right? No, oh, well, that works. Not exactly what I was trying to do.
Good form.
Ah! Okay. Test complete. Now we've got 3 Cinder. I think there was something that we can upgrade with 3 Cinder.
You owed a gift. May you learn well through it, Malinois.
Tell me the trick to avoid the sheep. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
She trained relentlessly for this.
Ah. So they moved the buttons to the D-pad. Alright. There's not necessarily a ton of stuff here that's useful at the moment. We'll get there though. Respect that, yeah, I'm very much so I will struggle through this. For reference, Dark Souls 3, right? I have played the Dark Souls 1 DLC and the Dark Souls 3 DLCs first playthrough at level 1. So
He's there.
I definitely tend to put myself through a challenge. I don't want to know. I'll figure it out. I like to, like, if I beat the game and I still haven't figured it out, then I want to know. But until I beat the game, we'll leave testing and exploration.
You have returned, or lost your way, perhaps, in those interminable passageways beyond.
I know where I'm going. Whom do I address? And what are you doing here yourself in such a place?
My name and business are not your concern. Is that not what you said? Ah, the impertinence of the youth of this age.
Wait.
I do really enjoy the fact that, you know, these games have a, like, a very subtle story to them. Like, the way that it's presented is pretty neat.
Reside horrors that the greatest mortal or immortal poets could not possibly describe.
Don't sell yourself short, Homer.
So Homer, I did notice that yesterday. So Homer is the narrator.
Spiders get around.
This is an interesting concept. On the one hand, it's kind of nice because you don't have to go through everything. We need 80 magic to trigger one of the things we have, right? Yeah, we need 80 magic for the hex. So let's go for magic just to get that up. I know I probably want the other boons, but it brings the hex into play.
Be gone.
Electo is officially the worst. I think, I don't know, Electo is tough. Electo is tough, but I think, I don't know, Tisiphone can be rough too.
The water spouts.
Alright, the water spout there, a little bit problematic. Okay, so we haven't yet met the equivalent of Arachne here.
I mean, come on, just... Oh. Yeah? Well, would you look at that? Another would-be suitor journeyed far and wide just to gaze upon me. Not that I blame you. And get totally rejected. Fine. Ogle if you must.
You know what? This is like the same art as Charon, right?
You have the wrong idea. I'm not seeking a mate. I don't even know who you are.
Game feels alive because yeah, so like it's different every playthrough, but there's also story woven through it. It's not just that it's, you know, a very good roguelike in terms of mechanics and everything. It's a very good roguelike because there's story woven through each playthrough.
What? I'm Narcissus, dummy.
Narcissus.
Narcissus. And if you're no would-be suitor, then why don't you relieve me of one of these innumerable gifts the others offered in vain? Then beat it.
Ooh. I think extra magic and psyche, nightshade, moly, and palm slice. See, the thing is, the nightshade we haven't gotten yet. Moly would be good. Silver, though, would relieve us of a lot of the burden of needing to bring the pickaxe around, so I think I'm going to try and speed that part up. Because now we have 12. I don't know how many more we need, but the less time that we have to... The The less time we have to spend... The less time we have to spend bringing that around, the better. Alright, that's gonna start firing.
You'll burn.
Oh no. Ooh, just got out of there. The room definitely coming alive a little bit. Can't go fishing. Ooh. Zeus, we need a mini boss, or we can go to the shop. I think. I'm gonna go shop. I know we don't have like a heal to buy, but it's a freebie, and yeah, we'll just take Apollo.
River current and the underworld bears willingly the boatman of the dead, wheresoever he may please.
I'm grateful he made the trip.
Because my whole thing is, I don't know how much time we have until the boss fight, and I'd like to preserve myself.
Olympus, I accept this message.
Sprint is faster and inflicts daze on nearby foes. Cast expand in size until they expire. Attack has a chance to hit 2 times. So our attack already hits twice guaranteed. So does that mean that we would get a potential every 1 in 20 we'd get a 3rd hit? It probably has to, right? Or do we have, or does each attack have a chance? Because we already have two hits. Let me see here. Your attack hits 2 times. So does the extra dose mean it has a chance to, like, does each one of those hits have a chance to hit twice? 5% chance of 4 hits? Is a 5% chance of 4 hits? Is a 5% chance of 3 hits? Do the science? I think we have to, because, like, the sprint is okay. And the cast is okay. The extra DPS is just always really, really nice. Psyche or Ash? I'm gonna go with Ash still. Oh no, how'd that hit? Oh, I thought I was out of range. I think it is the 4 times. Cause that, I don't know, the ×2 looks like it comes up twice. Hard to do, like, proper science on it. You have to, like, really sit and count it out. Unfortunately, that also kind of means that I end up taking more damage, which I don't love. Take boons in the cross. Yeah, that would give you that would give you the most information. For sure. I kind of want to take Zeus. I like we haven't had Zeus before, and I like the stuff we've got.
Why are you glaring at me like that, little one?
I don't like this.
Uh-oh.
It's the freaking rat mini-boss from the end of the last game. This is a good protective. Oh, okay. Still hits like a truck even in there. This is like freaking endgame crap from the first game. Alright, take it easy, Doctor. Appreciate you hanging out, man. Oh, I'm running into it. Oh, I hate it so much. Get a little bit cheesier with it because I don't think it has AoE. I mean, I don't think it has range. It has AoE. Okay. Uh-oh is correct. That was unexpected and unwelcome. Sprint causes nearby, but uses magic. Gradually restore magic, but it's reduced. While you have no more than 10, all foes are occasionally struck by lightning. Yeah, I'll take that.
Shocking every time.
Yep. I will take that 100% of the time. Give me health to buy. Back off, Charon! Where are my heals, bro? No hit damage bonus? Okay, that's kind of cool. Alright, folks. We've got 19 health. Let's not take damage.
You again.
We're screwed.
Just can't get enough of us, can you, lady? Oh, it's okay. Happens to everybody, especially sailors. We're just that good. You sail?
Your self-confidence is enviable, but I'm only here because I have to get past this ridiculous stage. So why don't we skip the show?
Oh, I got a better idea. Why don't we start the show? All we needed was a little audience, and we've got you right where we want you.
Great.
This song's called Coral Crown.
No, don't run into it. No. No, 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 no. Gotta do that to get it down to 10. Okay, now people are gonna just start getting hit with lightning, right? Yeah. And I also have my Hex. Oh, I'm screwed. Oh, nice. Nice use of the Hex as a movement. All right. Passive damage is kind of nice. I'm getting stuck. Not a lot of damage, but it's something. Okay, second phase. Honestly, if I had more health, I think we could do this. Oh, yep, that was the concern right there. Got myself pinched. Oh, that is so tight on the timing, like you just have so little. The heart rate's going, I can tell you that much. Don't want to be on the back side of the room. Come on. Freaking fish everywhere. Ah! Ah!
Oh, thank the gods.
If you could feel my heart beating.
A pearl.
Okay. I got a little bit of the handshake. This was big. This spirit surge that we got. I don't have magic regen, which works out to my advantage. Use the magic, drop it, and then... And now I understand that that means my hex doesn't get refreshed, but this is stronger than my hex. I get 1 hex use for 200, which we clutched out a movement off of it, as opposed to for damage. But Spirit Surge, just having 90 damage just every 5 seconds, just hurting all 3 of them, that's 270 damage. Boom. So it's 270 damage to the boss. Yeah, the big thing was I didn't have to fight the one in the shell all that much because she was just taking damage while I fought the other ones. Alright, I need health though. I need health.
The edge of Oceanus.
Holy cow.
In a green-tinged chamber that the shrilly singing sirens made their own, a pathway plunges deep into the unknown outskirts of the underworld.
So this is Skiller's little lair, huh? Locked.
Use the fountain. Oh, that's a fountain. Okay. Wow, a whopping 10? How generous, Skilla.
Big drop.
Honestly, I was expecting a little bit more.
Here, Mel.
Fields of Morning. So what's gonna show up and kill me here? Explore the boundary for the chance of mining, I guess? Alright, they're showing me where the out of bounds is. I tell you what though, I love that feeling in games. Just that intensity where your heart rate actually gets up. Yeah, there's definitely a certain point where you get good enough and comfortable with it that you start to lose that, and that's okay, because then that means that you've overcome some stuff in terms of skill. But having that sweat, having that like adrenaline and fear and all of that build up, it's so fun. And then like I think that just adds a level to the content side too, just as like a free bonus.
You again. What? Are you concerned my task just isn't difficult enough? Going a bit too swimmingly?
Actually, yes. I was a little worried about that. You got past the sirens. What next? You'll go kill Kronos, and then what? Come on, babe. Let's not do anything rash. Oopsie.
I don't appreciate this.
Yay, blessed by strife again. What fun awaits us now? Oh, it's just the damage. Okay. So this is just like an outlook point. Alright, let's take in the beautiful visuals that actually just get less detailed as you look into the distance. Boss with full HP is impressive. Being the boss with mid HP is meh. Being the boss with 4 HP left is impressive. Yeah, it's like... It's the flawless or near flawless victory, and then the super clutch, right? Everything else in between is... Yeah, that's fine. It just becomes like a less than satisfactory, like, oh, I wish I didn't take as much damage there. Alright, gotta be careful. A whole slew of new enemies. Whoa, no! Whoa, 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 whoa! Big sucky. Oh, no. Took 5 damage from that! Do not like this, Sam I am. This is non-consensual sucking.
Glass rock.
So we didn't get any limestone. We get glass rock though. So far I'm not really seeing like traps. We've got these things that we're walking over on the ground, but they are not traps. These are like very big areas.
What is that?
Oh, there was limestone in one of Charon's shops? Oh, crap. Okay. I didn't think I was... So I can get upgrade, I can get hammer. No! I did this last time and I got hit. So does this just mean we actually have options? Because I think I'm still gonna take the hammer. Oh, this is free, I don't have to unseal it. 3 things. Okay, these areas are interesting.
It's stuck.
Well, I will say, Pi, are we really all that surprised based on my history with fishing that I was able to miss limestone in a shop? I would say that's up there with some very unsurprising revelations. You know, we're gonna be doing that 90 damage though to everybody every 5 seconds, which is real nice. Just don't like how little health I have.
And now my claim.
This better be good. Attack has more range, deals 50% on damage foes, specials faster, and have +5 power. And increases the base amount of damage, other bonuses multiply. And Omega Special has power shot and restores. I think we're kind of all in on attack. The special is just kind of a nice to have thing. I gotta get out of here though.
Still prizes.
Collect reward. What? Oh, we're getting an arrow to the reward? Oh, I have to unseal and battle out each of these? Oh, so I had the magic, which was like my freebie thing. But I actually have to unseal and collect all things in order to leave.
They're blocking my path.
Okay, this place is interesting. Can't wait! I've used all my magic. Now we got werewolves. I could just run around. Take forever, but I could kill everybody just staying away. Which is honestly not the worst tactic. Okay. We're gonna have like a whopping 16 health, but yeah. I don't think extra dose is gonna be worth it here. Special deals more damage in a larger area. I think we do more on the Scourge.
I think I can finally go.
Alright, so we can go right or left. Oh, okay, so it does have options. Magic.
Little by little.
We're gonna take on the mini boss. Let's just see what it is.
Narnia herself.
Ow. That hurt. I gotta use this up as soon as possible. So that I start dealing damage to everybody. One more. Alright. 90 damage for everybody. Let the fun begin. Run around, kill them all.
Return to Shadow now.
Found you at last. Princess of the Underworld. I regret having to contact you at such a time. It's not my custom to intervene during moments of doom, only to observe.
Moments of doom. You're Lord Moros, emissary of the Three Fates. So your sisters heard me after all.
Oh, we did get that Three Fates help
They
thing.
expected me to find you, for there's something they intend for you to have. Wherever you're going, look for it when you arrive. I'm uncertain if we'll meet again. Farewell. It's been an honor.
Wait. He's gone.
At least Artemis shoots a couple of arrows, right? He's just like, yeah, cool. So you died. I'm here now.
The appointed tent of fierce Princess Melenui nonetheless is dutifully organized and immaculately clean.
Okay, so the part that kind of confused me there was like, you have to be so far away? Like, that was a massive AoE. Now, what I will say, what we learned is that I think that that's not OP, but very, very strong. Because there's arguments to be made about being able to turn over magic, like restoring magic and having really strong casts. But if you want to go, like, that's almost like, not key, but really helpful for like a low magic build.
This is from the Three Fates.
Okay, so now we're starting to get some reward stuff. Prevail in the lowest test, defeat Hakatse in battle, meet the Huntress, we've done, meet the Messenger, Sister Blades. That's just to unlock, which we should be able to do. Increase grasp to 14. We should be able to do that now too. Reagent gathering tools. Should be able to do a lot of that. Not everything, but a good amount.
So does our craft.
Alright, so we can do Psyche here. Reveal hidden elemental affinities of various boons that use these. Ooh, that's big time. We don't have Myrtle. Golden Boughs in the Fields of Morning to better orient yourself there. Okay. It's like a very minor thing, but I think this is a big one.
Within the boons of Mount Olympus, I would see
And it's pretty cheap, only 5 Psyche.
My victory.
Your intent was true. The fates indulged you after all. That is their scroll beside your tent. It followed you out of the shadows. Perhaps it can provide some answers.
I feel like now this really opens up like a big...
The fated list has tasked me with ensuring certain minor prophecies are fulfilled, though says little else as yet.
I think this is a big unlock for us. Having the minor, like having the prophecy...
Reward your efforts at least. But do not expect the fates to always favor you. Bane of our enemy is not necessarily our friend.
Because there's definitely, maybe not a snowball effect, but there's definitely a big build up in the beginning. Well, what to work towards, but also like the concoction that we just got in addition to that. You know, getting these hidden elemental things on the boon, like all of that stuff really starts to...
Be well.
Really starts to build up on like what you can accomplish and how much quote unquote like easier certain things are.
Sucking up to the fates actually worked. That big scroll over there, that's really from them.
Personally delivered by Lord Moros, no less. He seemed a little pressed for time, so we didn't get to talk much. Are the two of you close?
We're children of Nyx. None of us are close. But we crossed paths. When certain mortals get what they deserve, it involves us both.
I can only imagine.
I can only imagine.
Ah, you made it to the morning fields. Good. Tartarus is not too far behind. Directly underneath, in fact, but the ingress is a bit of a walk from your initial drop.
A bit of a walk, fraught with soul-devouring demons and other life-hating fiends. Too powerful to be imprisoned, so they're free to wander there, something like that.
Ah, we mortals just love the fields, goddess. A place to rid oneself of misery, or drown in it. A perfect spot for demons, only some of which shall leave you be.
That has been my experience.
Alright, let's see what we can do, because we did collect quite a bit of silver. Alright, Death Defiance, Magic Restoration. Now after getting what we just did, well actually let's first upgrade. We have 50.
I never realized.
Alright, so that gets a prophecy unlocked. Magic Restoration kind of negates the ability, not that we're gonna always get that, but the fact that it exists makes me less inclined to use that. I think Death Defiance is gonna go a long way for us at this point in the game.
Eternity.
It also gives us the most other options. Quicker Sprint. After every 5 locations, gain 3 health and 3 magic. The boatman. Yeah, this will be good, because we can't unlock this yet. There's something else I think we can craft with 3 cinder, if I recall correctly, like one of the weapons. One more clear will give us enough ashes. I feel like the centaur is kind of a nice one to slowly build up your health and magic over time, at least for now, until we, see what other things are. And it's a 0 cost, which I think is extremely interesting. I wasn't expecting those to exist.
The arms of night.
Oh, right, we need, let's see, 1, 4, 19, 29. So I'm not gonna make this yet. We still need bronze and fabric. Yeah, we'll knock out the silver first, I think. So let's make umbral flames. I'm just gonna knock the creation of these out. Not that we're gonna use them yet, necessarily. Although we could give them a try.
Sister Blades, we're fellow sisters now.
Would that I could see behind me now.
Only activates if you have a card active with a cost of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, though. Oh, so did I misunderstand? Did I misunderstand what I was reading there then? So let's see. We've got the Sister Blades, slash with furious attacks, or strike from afar with a flurry of specials. Launch damage, range attacks, or specials that orbit around you. Okay, so this is the blades. Very slow special. I guess cast is really the same for everybody. So that's cheaper, but it's like just a slash right in front of you, which kind of sucks. Throwing knives. So I think Omega throwing knives would be what I would want to do.
She's here. Come on, you slackers, straighten up.
Need to recharge.
Over here.
So that's 100. 100. I mean, it's 20 for each one of them.
To get rid of those. I understand you ventured to the bottom of the sea. I too have been there in those depths, young one. But once, a while back, and briefly, I might add.
Of course. You were a famous mariner in your mortal days. But then you finally met your end beneath the waters upon which you sailed?
Nah, it was way more glorious than that.
Ignium.
That's pretty slow. So what, cast, you just have it, this
what news?
floats around you. 25, 15 on the ranged. That does the same thing.
I am ensnared.
And 50 on the ensnare. Okay, so that deals 50 per then. I'm not sure how much I love either of those.
I'd store my keepsakes here if I had any.
Behold that heirloom storage.
This is where I'd put my what's the Fairly Odd Parents meme? Is it where he'd put his trophy? If I had one.
The ashes remember.
Activate cards that use 1 through 5. Okay, so I like misread that of like activate as in unlock, but that's why it's free. It's a bonus for having a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is 9, 12. Is that 18? No, it's 15. So I would need one more upgrade to be able to use this anyway. Unlocking it, though, gives me 2 more here. That's the only thing of, like, I could spend to unlock it anyway. Actually, looking at this now, we have space, so, like, I could put a chance of crit, or I could make us faster. You know what, let's make us faster. Can alter location rewards. You know what, I never actually messed with this in the first game. I still don't know. I think that's really good when you are, like, quote-unquote, fully set on a specific location, like, or a certain reward, and you're just like, I don't want that reward. Mostly for the things that carry over beyond. Okay, but we'll rock and roll. We'll rock and roll with that. I guess technically we could do this to maximize. We don't do damage on our cast because you need an Omega one to. But it's to foes in your casts. You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna max out my Psyche. We're gonna unlock all of these anyway at some point, so I may as well maximize what I can carry. And then we can start to reconsider stuff. Okay, cool beans. So we've got all that situated. Yeah, I'm still uncertain how I feel about these other weapons. Maybe I'll like them more as we go along. How much more silver do we need? So I need 7. Let's see, we need 15 total. 25 total. And I have 8. I think it was a smart choice to take the silver as an option earlier, and I think we just will continue to do that. This wants me to give it to a comrade, so you know what? Here you go, bud. I have 2. You can have one of them.
Hey, Odysseus. Got you something here I wanted you to have.
Oh, you know what? This will probably give us our first keepsake, right?
Goddess, your presence alone is all I could ask.
I know we want to give them to the gods too, but this is probably smart.
Perhaps you'll accept a small gift from me in turn?
Knuckle bones.
Thank you. Death to Kronos, sir.
Get him yet.
Alright, we got a few options here.
Prophecy fulfilled. Another prophecy fulfilled.
Creating things definitely is the smart way to go, so we can get some of these rewards.
The last wheel of the 3 fates, those reclusive determiners of all that is to come, is now under the Princess of the Underworld's care.
With their aid, we may have a chance.
Alright, so let's see. Moly, we've got mostly used with incantations involving dispelling and nullification. Nightshade seeds in 5. Something growing in noxious plants, found using the silver spade on digging spots in Erebus. With regular watering, these grow into plants mortals fear. Is there a place that I can grow these here? Trade death cap for bones. And then mostly used with incantations of always serenity and acuity. So we're out of cinder and we have 1 pearl now.
Death to Kronos.
Still aren't able to do that? It's probably gonna be a while if I had to guess. Alright, so is there a place for us to garden? It doesn't seem like it, at least not so far. Now, it said about trading in 4 bones. So far, I'm not seeing anything about trading in for bones. What's going on, Cheesy? How we doing, dude? Hope all is well with you. We're just wrapping up some post-run.
My keepsakes.
You know, we're doing all the management stuff. We beat the second stage boss for the first time, and then I died shortly thereafter to a mini boss. But we're making progress. We're making progress. Next Guardian loses 5% of its health, but I take 15% damage from the Guardian. Is that worth it? They're a little bit easier to kill, but I mean, I guess that's trusting that I don't get hit, which I think, like, I think the first one, I take negative. Oh. It's not. Oh, you know what? I have figured it out. So I have a toggle, and the one, okay, thank you. That has sparked a thought, and I now know it's not intentional. It's the byproduct of, basically, I'm debating whether I follow the guidelines for, because we're streaming on YouTube and Twitch. Whether I follow the guidelines or not entirely on mixed chats. So I made a second one. Let me see if this works. Okay, so that toggles it. That'll put the chat box back on. So I think for now, when we're not using that, I just have to turn the hotkey off of it so it just stays off. Okay. That's where the double was coming from. Senor told me yesterday after stream that there was a doubled option, or like that it came up doubled, and I was like looking at it, I was like, that seems really wonky. Like, I don't know why. But it happens when because I have it set that my alerts go off when I go to cam off, so that we're in like cinematic mode. And yeah. I'm a big dummy and just didn't set up the hotkey stuff. Okay, so we take negative 15% from Guardians, which is way better than like a 5% because in my mind, why would it be nice to me? You know? You've been loving this game yourself? How, without spoilers, how far have you gotten? I am like 2.5 hours in, and we just beat the second boss for the first time. So I think we're making decent progress. I'm finally starting to, I feel like, unlock some stuff here. We just got keepsakes. Starting to unravel things a little bit. 10.5 hours playtime. Well, I've played roughly an hour or so every night. Obviously not fully an hour every time. Okay, so let's exit here. So we're 5 runs. 5 runs. We've been to the second boss 3 times, beat it once. I think that's ultimately not too bad, considering I only have 40 hours in the first game. And what, 40 hours in the first game, and we got 11 clears? Cleared Heat 3, I think, once? A couple of Heat 2s? Haven't beaten the big bad yet. Almost did. Yeah, I think in a few runs here, we will start to get close to actually, you know, fighting the big bad. But unfortunately, we're out of time. Like, there's all the in-between management, but really all I get is like one run. I mean, early on, if I'm dying this much, maybe 2 runs. But yeah, unfortunately, I get about 1 run a night with Hades. We got a new distance PB. We learned some stuff. We got, so cheesy, we got the Zeus's one where you have 10 magic or less, and then it spits out 90 damage to all enemies every 5 seconds. Oh! That was sweet. That was so sweet. I loved every bit of that. That made the sisters really, really much easier. Now, I say that we clutched it. I think we came in with 19 health and finished with 4. But that made it a lot better. That made it a lot better. Alright, folks. I would host somebody playing Hades 2, but we're gonna be pretty much avoiding that out of necessity for not wanting to spoil things. I think as we get further into the game, maybe get a clear, or a few clears, then we'll start watching other people play. But yeah, so we'll be back tomorrow. We'll start with the golf, and then we'll play some more Hades 2. If you guys have not sub to the YouTube, I would greatly appreciate it. We're trying to chip away at that 1,000 sub number, and if you're watching on YouTube tonight, I greatly appreciate it. If you're lurking about and could drop a like on the stream if you enjoyed it, it goes a long way. It's the only way that YouTube knows that anybody likes the content. So that's enough sellout. We're gonna go raid out on Twitch now. So I'm gonna wrap up the YouTube stream, and we're gonna go and say hello to Joshua over here. But I greatly appreciate